The cameras are off, the spotlights are fading, but for the BBNaija Season 10 finalists, the real test is only beginning. Because fame isn't the finish line, it's the audition for what comes next. In this episode of the Fame Test, we're looking beyond the lights to the strategy, strength, and soul of the 6 housemates who left a mark on millions. Who will rise beyond Big Brother? And who will fade when the noise fades too? Jolade, if I hear noise. So we start with Kola Omotosho, 28 years old from Ekiti State and a quality assurance analyst and content creator. From day one, Kola Omotosho built a quiet empire inside the house. Professional, composed, emotionally intelligent, he represented calm in a storm of chaos. He rarely reacted impulsively, which made him one of the most brand-ready contestants of the season. Even under pressure, Kola thought in systems. The same way he probably approaches code, quality checks, or content creation in his real life. He was consistent, kind, and strategic. 3 traits that outlive TV fame. In the Fame Test, Kola passes because his image was built, not borrowed. He's not chasing the algorithm, he's designing longevity. Expect to see Kola thrive in tech collaborations, digital strategy content, and self-leadership spaces that reflect his quiet excellence. Now, up next we have is Koyin Samod Sanusi, 23 years old from Ogun State and a model. At 23, Koyin Sanusi is one of the youngest finalists ever, but also one of the most self-assured. He entered the house not just as a model, but as a voice of clarity in a world obsessed with image. He was bold, unapologetic, sometimes misunderstood, but never fake. Fans loved his authenticity while critics called him too real. But in an industry that rewards pretense, realness is rebellion. His back and forth with Isabella became one of the show's defining storylines. Tension mixed with truth, ego mixed with chemistry. And yet, Koyin didn't let it define him. He has the charisma to host, the confidence to influence, and the discipline to pivot into film or fashion. He's not just chasing fame, he's chasing purpose. And that is a difference that will keep him shining long after BBNaija fades. Next, we have Faith Adewale, or better still, Dr. Faith. Age 25, from Osun State, a medical doctor, tech enthusiast, and AR artist. His personality is polyamorous, emotionally intelligent, and introspective. Dr. Faith entered the BBNaija house like a paradox. A doctor who paints in pixels, a scientist who feels in poetry. He's proof that intellect and emotion can coexist, and that you can heal bodies and still explore the art of being human. His confidence and curious mind stood out in a space often driven by ego. And where others performed, Faith reflected. Where others reacted, he responded. His type of person who turns pain into philosophy, like when he shared his survival story from a bus accident or his perspective on honesty in relationships. Faith represents a new kind of fame, the one that values depth over drama and impact over noise. His next chapter could be revolutionary, tech-driven art expeditions, thought leadership, or storytelling through augmented reality. In the fame test, faith passes because he understands the truth. Fame doesn't define you, but consciousness does. Next, we have the beautiful Precious Ashiogu, age 23, from Delta State, runner-up. And she is also known as Dede. She played her game with grace, but didn't mistake grace for softness. She was strategic, emotionally intelligent, and unbothered by chaos. In a house full of noise, Dede mastered the art of silence, the kind that speaks louder than words. Her connection with Kola wasn't just romance, it was positioning. But what makes Dede special isn't her pairing, it's her self-control. She knows when to let others talk and when to own the room. Post-show, Dede's real power is in feminine branding and influence. The soft life, but with structure, because her peace is her strategy. Up next, we have our amazing winner, Okpeyemi Anyowale, also known as Imisi, age 23, from Oyo State, a fashion designer and actor. Imisi Anyowale is proof that being vulnerable is a superpower. She turned ordinary moments into laughter and emotional tension into connection. Fans didn't just like her, they related to her. She was funny, flawed, and fearless in her honesty. Imisi wasn't performing, she was healing in public, and that made her unforgettable. Her future lies in lifestyle storytelling, vlogs, comedy skits, and fashion storytelling that makes people feel seen. In the fame test, Imisi's grade isn't about relevance, it's about resonance. And finally, we have Esther Georgewell, age 29, from Rivers State, an entrepreneur and single mother. Esther Isabella Georgewell walked into the house like a storm, radiant, confident, and unafraid to confront chaos. But beneath the boldness was a woman trying to be seen for more than her mistakes. As a single mother, she carried a message that womanhood is not one-dimensional, and that beauty and strength can exist in the same body. Her story, fiery, flawed, yet full of redemption. It mirrors the journeys of many women watching from home. If she leans into storytelling, empowerment, and reinvention, Isabella won't just reclaim her narrative, she will redefine it. Because in reality TV, people remember the drama, but legacy remembers those who transformed positively through it. So when the cameras go off and the followers stop refreshing, all that is left is character. For Kola, it's stability. For Koyin, it's authenticity. For Faith, it's consciousness. For Dede, it is grace. For Imisi, it is her soul. And for Isabella, it is redemption. Fame may open the door, but purpose decides who stays in the room, because at the end of it all, Big Brother Naija doesn't create stars. It reveals the ones who already were. And if you liked this breakdown, please don't forget to like, comment, because I always respond to comments, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel for more updates and more storytelling and brand breakdown. As usual, I will see you in the next video.